welcome back. Oh, right, I thought I would never get to this point. This is when I'm first filling in my winter planner, and oh my goodness, I love this one already. It's huge. It's A5. In the past, I've used A5 for work planners when I was teaching. I've used it for my business planner to fill all of my boring stuff in, but I've not actually used it yet as an everyday planner. This is made a lot easier, of course, because I don't go anywhere these days. Being on lockdown helps with that. But it makes it a lot easier to have a big chunky planner lying around. I think that they make really good desk planners. But to be fair, mine is neither normally on my desk or on my coffee table, one or the other. So this is perfect. So in this video then today, all I'm going to be doing is going through and filling this in for the first time. So you can see basically how I'm going to use some of these stickers, how I'm going to use some of these inserts, and kind of like my rationale basically on like how I plan and how I transfer from one to the next. Because to be fair, if you've been with me for any time now, you will know that I get twitchy planner syndrome. You know, when you're in a planner and it's all great and you're just like, oh, but I've seen that size on Instagram and now I need it. So then you have to transfer everything. So I've got a few like tips that I would recommend to help with that kind of thing if you're as impatient maybe as me, who need to change all the time. So yeah, here we go. So I've filmed previously a setup video on this one. So if you haven't seen that already, then if you want to go back and have a look, be my guest. I've also got an unboxing video on this one too. This is a Moterm planner, by the way, in grey. And if you're a Filofax lover already, if you've got a stone one or have seen a stone one, the colour of the grey is almost identical to the stone one, which is such a lovely versatile colour. And yeah, it's just super nice. I love it. So I've also got a video then of my previous setup, so you can see what worked, what didn't. It'll be making a little cameo in this one as I take pages out of it to help me transfer into this one. But first things first, swig of my coffee. Why don't you grab a cup? I'm going to try and make this the kind of video that you can just leave on in the background and do nothing. I'm going to put some nice music on and going to chill. It's basically me writing in my planner, playing with some stickers. So if you want to just kick back and do nothing for a bit, then, you know, it's fine. You can always lie and say, you know, it's something important that you're watching if someone interrupts you. But yeah, enjoy. Right, first things first, I've got a horrible feeling that this pen is not the right pen. I've just picked this up because I thought, green, that's got to go, hasn't it? But I don't think it's the right one. Not for the dividers that I've got in here. I might have to change. It's going to be really annoying. Right, give me just 1 second. I'm back. Right, I've had a quick change. There is no red in this planner really, but I do get a little bit festive, so I figured a little bit of deep red might work. Okay, so in here then, let me just put my clip back on, that totally pinged off there for a minute. Hang on. So what I'm intending to do then with this is going to be like my scribble space. Or a space to come and get the stickers that I need if I'm going to be filling anything in, or a space where I'm going to clip things to, like letters and whatnot that I've got to deal with, but there's nothing like that yet because it's new. So I'll leave that then as it is. My daily one, well, it's the evening. Not gonna lie, I'll be signing off soon, so I'm not going to fill in anything yet, but what I will do is do a little bit with these headings. Now, I think what I might try and do, just to add a little bit of interest, I might start to fill in just the top, just really, really roughly in my Tombow just so it's got a little bit of an accent colour. These Tombow pens are perfect for that. This is like my all-time favourite. And incidentally, if you haven't got any Tombow so far and you're thinking of getting some, the colours are gorgeous, but sometimes they bear no resemblance to the cap. Not really. So my insider tip would be to get some sort of swatch thing going, so you can look and see what they're actually like on the paper that you're going to use. That's this one. So this is the N79 from Tombow. These are great because they've also got quite a narrow tip as well, so you can write with those too. I love these. Obviously, if you've got loads already, you're like, yeah, it's a Tombow. We know. But I get questions about this. Anyway, so I'm going to write the date. I'm going to write tomorrow's date in earnest. Just realised I don't know what the date is tomorrow. Oh my goodness, what day is it today? Oh, right. Do you know what? Now is going to be a good point to take my calendar pages out of here, isn't it? Really? That's going to help me. Right, so this is my current setup. So I'm going to take these pages out because these are going to tell me what I'm doing with my life. And I'm going to take out my current and next month pages too. So that is those. I don't need anything else. So I'm just going to have that one, and that one. And that's kind of all I need actually, just to transfer. I'm taking them out purely because it's easier to just manoeuvre everything around because it's an A5 planner now. Okay, right. Now back to my previous question. What the hell day is it today? It's been one of those weeks. Can you tell? Right, okay. Right, so it's Saturday the 21st tomorrow. Who knew, huh? Right, this is why I need a planner. So... Okay, so just a quick word then about this. So as I just said then, the Tombow pen I think works really, really well, especially if the colours are just really light, just for just like a little stripe across. I don't really ever have one of those planners where everything is just beautiful when it's after the pen. Before the pen, great. The minute I write on it, not so much. But I've kind of embraced that now. I don't mind things being a little bit rough around the edges because it's a real planner. You know, like I do this because I need it, because clearly I don't know what day it is otherwise. So this is what I'm going to be using tomorrow, hopefully in the morning when I make a minute for myself to just gather my thoughts while I chug my first coffee of the day. So I'm going to leave that there for that one. I'm not going to fill in beyond that. Who knows? So I may not need this on Sunday. I may want a smaller area on Sunday. Literally use these daily pages as I need them. The reason I'm filling this in now is because I know tomorrow I've got one of those days where I need to cram it all in. That is it. So on to the next bit then. If you want more of a tour about, you know, these kind of sections, go back and have a look at my other video on my setup. This, I'm just literally filling it in. So my weekly one then. Now this is where I'm going to take out my little task card here. And as you can see, all the stuff here that I need to do is on this card. And at the moment, it's Friday. And I'm going to be filling this in to start me off next week, but also for a little bit of this week too. So I'm going to start off with a bit of an annoying partial week. I could, if I was being smart, use that one, but that's just going to annoy me. So I'm going to use this one. I'm just going to unclip this guy and move him out of the way for a minute. And then here we go. Right then, I'm going to do, I think, my same Tombow trick again with this one. I either tend to have highlights on my headers, or I tend to have a header pen. I'll probably use the header pen when it's my monthly one instead. So I'm just going to go through now, fill everything in, add some dates to it, and then start to schedule what's going on and when. Now I've filled in those lines, I'm just going to have a think about how I want to do this, because I've got on here some little date flags, if I can find them. I think they're in here, but I'm not sure if I want to use them just yet. Where did I put them? Oh yeah, there they are. Do I want to use them? Yeah, I think I will. I think I might actually. I'm going to start off pretty, because who knows, it's probably not going to end up that way. So let's put some of these on here. Okay then, so you can see I've filled it in. It just looks a little bit better, doesn't it, when you've got a little bit of colour on there. And I haven't completely filled it in because this has already happened, and I've not even filled in this section here because, well, do you know what, I'm not using it fully this week, but I do need to think about what I'm doing this weekend, and I do need a little bit of note space to keep me going as well. So that's all I'm going to do on this bit for now, because I don't want this video to take forever. And also, I think what I'll do is I'll do a little bit of planner time on Sunday, and then I'll set up the next week's worth there. But what I have got down here as well is a little next week box. So if there's anything coming up that I don't have already, I'm all right. That reminds me. Okay, so I'm going to put my little task card back. I don't know if you clocked that, but I was checking on here when I was doing my stuff that I'd kind of made time for everything that I need to, but it's not really a regular week because it's Friday, but normally that would be a lot more useful. So I'll just put that away. There we go. Quite like having these on these clear covers. I think it makes a lot more sense. They're also easy to get out because you can like bend them a little bit. So, okay, I'm gonna go into my monthly section, and just like before, I'm just gonna steal my little task card out of this one, and I'm gonna start filling it in. But this time, I'm gonna grab my calendar pages out of this one so I know what I'm doing. Just a note again then about how to make it easy for yourself when you come to transfer. Now, the ultimate and easy ways to do this is by always sticking to the same page size so you can literally just move across. But the other way that I like to do it is, I don't know if you've picked up on this, but I almost never have dated stuff because, well, for a start, there's nothing worse than having a dated planner and not using it, because it's like every day that you don't use it, the space that you've paid for that you could never write in again because it's already got that day on. And I don't know about you, but I don't need anything else to like remind me about things I'm not doing right at the moment. So I just don't like that feeling of like, oh, I should be using that, but I can't. So I don't like it, but I don't mind writing in my dates at the start of the month just to set me up for the date, or even just like on a week by week basis. And it does mean then that whenever you get bored of a certain layout, you haven't wasted pages. And in fact, I've got obviously like a different size, but I'm going to use these when I come back into that planner, so I'll just keep them. So I'll just literally archive them. Speaking of which, hang on, I'll show you what I do. 1 minute. So people ask quite a lot about what you do with your old pages. Now, this isn't going to be like a proper test right now, because I've got literally 2 pages. But if you have got a load of your old inserts that you're not using, or even your spares. Oh, hang on, I'll get my spares. So, okay, these are my spare sheets that I've taken out of this planner because, well, I've got them printed. I want to use them, but I don't want to use them yet. So what I'll do is I'll take one of these and I will just literally clip them together. I don't like having many of these. I tend to try and get away with maybe 2 or 4 or something. In fact, I might as well put them both in the middle and get away with 2. But I just find that these keep them together really nicely. You can hang them up if you want to, but it also means if you've got loads of pages and you want to put them in something en masse, then, especially if your pages aren't like easily stacked, I think it does quite nicely do the job of keeping them all together. And then if it's an old one, you can still kind of flip through it really easily as well. So that's what I tend to do with my old pages that I'm not using. So anyway, back to the important stuff. I'm going to fill in then my monthly section so I can see where I'm going. Oh, hang on. Oh, just remembered. I've taken out my little page markers, but I didn't put them back. 1 second. Oh, I don't know if I like that one with that now. Hang on. I'm going to put that colour on there. Oh dear. There we go. And then my weekly one. Where is that? I'm in this week. Where's my cream one? There we go. And my little calendar one. Here we are. Right then. And also I'm going to steal my term dates card too. Right, if you watched my previous video, this is like the one thing that makes me feel like I'm doing a good job of adulting. Since I'm not a teacher now for like the first time in like 15 plus years, I haven't got a clue when terms come and go, especially like if I chuck them on the floor. Hang on, let me retrieve that. There we go. Hey, there we go. So I'm actually going to use this now. Oh God, is it just me? Or like anyone who's watching this who's a parent, do you ever get that kind of dread that you send your kid to school and it's not actually school because it's all finished and it's closed? Like, Mummy, school isn't on today. Oh God, you'd feel dreadful, wouldn't you? Anyway, I'm just going to do my stuff for a minute. Don't mind me. Okay then, so I've just filled in my dates, just added a little bit of colour. I quite like to fill in the dates with a different colour just so it stands out a little bit. I think when stuff is just like crammed in too much, I just can't separate it out that easily. But this I find just works really well. I have written in my headings for this one to keep this layout flexible. I'm not sure how I want to use it yet. I've put tasks on a tiny little bit there, but I've got this box here so I can have it as one heading with 2 columns if I want to. But at the moment, I think I'm going to have a next month and tasks bit. And then here we go. I've got all my next bits ready as well. I'm not going to bother with dating any further beyond that because I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing by then. Who knows? 2020 so far has been fun. Who knows what next year is going to bring. So yeah, right then. So I'm just going to start filling in some of my dates, and I'm going to try and schedule some of my tasks and bits and pieces. Okay, so, oh my god, it's starting to get so much clutter around here. I'll just put some of these away. So hopefully then you could see that as I was going along, I was referring to my term dates card here, and my old pages, so I know what I've got. I'm actually going to use this later, when I'm a little bit more into the month. So I'm going to put that back on here for now. Come back to that in a bit. I tend to use these a little bit more at the end of the month so I can check and see if I've done everything already. Although what good that does, I'm not quite sure, because then it's too late to do anything about it, isn't it? But never mind. So hopefully then what you saw in here is how I tend to use colours to make things a little bit easier to read. Just the odd little icon sticker, because again, if you have to rely on reading everything, it takes that much more effort just to process stuff. That sounds really lame, but I think like a little icon just draws your eye immediately, so you can see what you've got coming up that bit better. Quite pleased with how my little washi tape actually looks a bit like candy cane. So there is that. So you can see then I used up my stuff on here, so I just refill a little bit, because obviously now I'm at home, I've got everything here. I'll top that up in a bit. And as well as that, what was I just going to say? Oh my goodness, that's just gone from my head altogether. No, it's gone. It can't have been that important. So, oh yeah, what I was going to say was, you see how I just wrote on the dates. I'm not going to just blast through all of my date flags with this, because I find that a little bit of colour makes it stand out. Whereas I don't mind splashing out a little bit more on my weekly pages with some more stickers. Again, just because it's quite fun, really. So there we go. That's all I'm going to do for now, actually. Apart from put all my stickers back in the right places and all that. Probably start scribbling there really soon, and hopefully I'll add something to my personal section, then it won't just remain an empty section that's like somehow metaphorical. So I'm going to leave that there. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it's given you a little bit of motivation to dig your own planner out and show it some love a little bit. I'm just going to put my pens back in here. Does that make you twitch? Do I need to put that so the pen is like that? I don't know what's better, but anyway, I'm just going to put that back in there. And now you will see what a weirdo I am, because I like to have it so I can see my number. There we go. Right then. Anyway, that's kind of it. So thank you very much if you stayed till the end. Wake up. It's time to do something now. Or just head to my channel and watch some more stuff, please, if I haven't put you off entirely. So thank you very much. I shall now finish the rest of my cold coffee. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you again soon, hopefully. Thank you. Bye bye.